Welcome everyone to the presentation of variable consideration and milestone payments under ASPE 3400. Today, we will explore the intricacies of revenue recognition, focusing on variable consideration and milestone payments. This topic is crucial for accurate financial reporting and compliance with accounting standards. ASPE 3400, or Accounting Standards for Private Enterprises, provides guidelines for revenue recognition. It ensures that revenue is recognized in a manner that reflects the transfer of goods or services to customers. Understanding ASPE 3400 is essential for accurate financial reporting and maintaining the integrity of financial statements. We must consider the four revenue criteria: risk and rewards transferred. Significant risk and rewards of ownership must be transferred to the buyer. Collectibility. It must be probable that the economic benefits will flow to the enterprise. Measurability. The amount of revenue can be reliably measured, including any potential returns. And lastly, performance. The enterprise has performed its obligations with delivery occurring or services rendered, and the seller's price to the buyer is fixed or determinable. Variable consideration refers to the portion or transaction price that can vary due to discounts, rebates, refunds, credits, price concessions, incentives, performance bonuses, penalties, or other similar items. For example, a company may offer a discount if a customer pays within a certain period, or a performance bonus may be given if specific targets are met. Estimation of variable consideration. There are two ways. First is expected value method. This method involves calculating the sum of probability-weighted amounts in a range of possible consideration amounts. Second is most likely amount method. This method involves identifying the single most likely amount in a range of possible consideration amounts. The choice of method depends on which one is better. Predict the amount of consideration to which the entity will be entitled. However, there are constraints on variable consideration. Recognizing variable consideration is subject to constraints. To ensure that revenue is not overstated, factors that limit recognition include the likelihood of significant revenue reversal, the ability to reliably estimate the amount, the existence of a valid contract, and the entity's experience with similar contracts. We can start to look at an example of variable consideration. A software development company, Tech Solutions, Inc., enters into a contract with the client to develop a custom software application. The contract includes a base fee of $100,000 and a performance bonus of up to $20,000 if the software meets certain performance benchmarks within 6 months of delivery. The performance bonus is considered variable consideration. So when we look at the first revenue criteria, risk and reward transferred, Tech Solutions Inc. must determine if the significant risk and rewards of ownership have been transferred to the client. In this case, the risk and rewards are transferred when the software is delivered and accepted by the client. If the software meets the performance benchmarks, the client benefits from the enhanced functionality, and Tech Solutions Inc. earns the performance bonus. For collectibility, Tech Solutions Inc. must assess whether it is probable that the economic benefits will flow to the enterprise. This involves evaluating the client's creditworthiness and payment history. If the client has a good payment history and there are no indicators of financial difficulties, it is probable that the performance bonus will be collectible. Moving on to the measurability, the amount of revenue including the performance bonus must be reliably measurable. Tech Solutions Inc. can use the historical data from similar contracts to estimate the likelihood of achieving the performance benchmarks. For example, if past projects have 70% success rate in the meeting similar benchmarks, Tech Solutions can estimate the expected value of the performance bonus. And lastly, performance. Tech Solutions Inc. must have performed its obligations under the contract. This means delivering the software and ensuring it meets the agreed upon performance benchmarks. If the software is delivered and meets the benchmark within 6 months, Tech Solutions Inc. has fulfilled its obligations and the performance bonus can be recognized as revenue. Milestone payments are payments made upon achieving specific milestones in a contract. These payments are common in industries like pharmaceuticals, construction, and technology, where projects are often long-term and complex. Milestone payments can help align revenue recognition with the achievement of significant project milestones. For recognizing the milestone payments are recognized as revenue when the following criteria are met. The milestone is substantive and reflects a significant achievement. The amount of the milestone payments is fixed or determinable. It is probable that the economic benefits will flow into the entity. And lastly, the entity has a history of successfully achieving similar milestones. Let's now look at a milestone payments example. A pharmaceutical company, Pharma Innovate Inc., enters into a contract with the biotech firm to develop a new drug. The contract includes a base fee of $500,000 and the milestone payment is totaling $1 million, which are contingent upon achieving specific clinical trial milestones. The milestones include $300,000 for completing Phase 1 trials, $400,000 for completing Phase 2 trials, and $300,000 for obtaining regulatory approval. So let's now consider risk and rewards transferred. Pharma Innovate Inc. must determine if the significant risk and rewards of ownership have been transferred to the biotech firm. In this case, the risk and rewards are transferred as each milestone is achieved. For example, upon successful completion of Phase 1 trials, the biotech firm benefits from the progress made, and Pharma Innovate Inc. earns the milestone payment. Next, collectibility. Pharma Innovate Inc. must assess whether it is probable that the economic benefits will flow to the enterprise. This involves evaluating the biotech firm, financial stability, and payment history. If the biotech firm has a strong financial position and a good payment history, it is probable that the milestone payments will be collectible. So when we look at measurability, the amount of revenue, including the milestone payments, must be reliably measurable. Pharma Innovate can use historical data from similar contracts to estimate the likelihood of achieving each milestone. For example, if past projects have a 60% success rate in completing Phase 1 trials, Pharma Innovate Inc. can estimate the expected value of the milestone payment. Next is performance. Pharma Innovate Inc. must have performed its obligations under the contract. This means successfully completing each phase of the clinical trials and obtaining regulatory approval. If the company completes Phase 1 trials, it has fulfilled its performance obligations for that milestone, and the $300,000 payment can be recognized as revenue. So that's it for our presentation. Now we can summarize and key takeaways. To summarize, the understanding variable consideration and milestone payments under ASPE 3400 is crucial for accurate revenue recognition. Key takeaways include the importance of meeting revenue recognition criteria, methods of estimating and measuring variable consideration, criteria for recognizing milestone payments, challenges and best practices in applying ASPE 3400. That's it for the review. Thank you for your attention. Feel free to ask for clarifications or share your thoughts on the topic. Bye-bye.